Team Pi, Team EMP. Yo, this is kind of lit. Makoto prior to Ultra. Nasty. That's all I gotta say. I don't want to see no fucking pre-Ultra Makoto. Makoto got my favorite changes in all of Ultra. Makoto was already pretty cool, but like shit. Makoto became like a completely different character in Ultra. EX Fukiage hitting on the ground is such a big thing. The 3-frame jab was nice too. EX Fukiage launching is literally my favorite change in all of Ultra. It's such a little thing, but it makes Makoto so cool. Completely changed the whole character in 1 second. She went from a character with extremely awkward combo avenues to extremely standard and extremely cool combo avenues. I shouldn't say standard, but like she became like a soccer almost. I went from hating playing Makoto to like playing Makoto a decent amount. Makoto's not very link heavy, which I like. The main links she has are like uh linking stand strong into another stand strong. I mean, being able to land ultras, being able to land an ultra off a command grab is kind of a big deal, to be 100% honest. One thing that Balrogs don't do very often that's actually really good is headbutt through fireballs. I understand that it can be kind of hard at a lot of... It's range specific. You can't do it from too far, your headbutt whiffs. You can't do it from too close, so you'll block the fireball before you can see it. But if you have down charge and the opponent goes for a fireball, and if you're like half screen or in that general territory, a little bit closer, a little bit further, you can just headbutt on reaction to a fireball and it'll punish the fireball. I never see Balrogs do that, but it's actually pretty reliable. And it's got a decent like area of success. You can EX dash punch them too. That all could have been a combo. I think Balrog low short into low jab is like a tight link. He also can do low forward into low jab, which is easier. If I recall correctly, low forward into low strong actually works, but it's 1 frame. That could have been, ooh. The combo there is, it's hard for Balrog to land an ultra. The combo is to, on reaction to the fact that you crumpled, during your backdash or your forward dash, you charge a tap. And then you juggle, on the crumpling opponent, you juggle a level 1 tap. It gets an anti-air connect. And then you keep your back charge that whole time. And then you can juggle the tap into a mid-air connect ultra. It's really hard to get a grounded ultra off a focus attack as Balrog. It's really hard to get a grounded ultra in general. But that's what PR Rog used to do. Anytime he had a successful focus attack, he would do tap juggle. And let's be real, PR Balrog was legitimately maybe the best Balrog in the lifespan of the game. I never saw any of the matches. I don't know if anyone did. But when he went to Japan, he got a bunch of matches against Ice HR. And PR Balrog won the majority, apparently. And Ice Age is probably one of the other best Balrogs in the lifespan of the game. Balrog's one of my favorite characters to watch. I didn't like him in vanilla, and he didn't change at all, and yet for some reason I like him now. I came around to Balrog somehow. Vanilla Balrog literally wasn't different. Balrog is one of the least changed characters in the entire game. And are you talking about tier? He was like high tier. He was considered to be one of the stronger characters. He was like the only character in all of vanilla who could land a meterless ultra. Balrog is one of those players who kind of convinced me that like the limits you feel are mental. I like see like Balrog players and I'm just like, how can this character compete at the highest level? Even when he's played perfectly. And then Balrog pulls out some shit that's beyond perfect, if you know what I mean. That's optimal. He's going for some optimal shit. Wake up Zonk. Paichin is a pretty good Cody, but there are no good Codys. Literally, like, Momochi's stint onto Cody is probably the best Cody we've ever seen in the lifespan of the game. And that's sad. Dude, Sanford just... This is a blow up. Alright, here's Pie Smug. Here's the fucking king of the team. Who's the last member of Team Pie? Is it like Lee Chung or something? Remember Smuggles? I'm pretty sure Dudley got buffed 4 times in a row. Or 3 times in a row. Over all the patches. So Smug like wins almost every time these two play. Smug has like a mad good like success rate against Sanford. The thing about Dudley, this might be a bad matchup too. Like it's probably not great. It's not that bad. It's probably near fair. But Dudley has one of the best fireball ignores of any character in this game. Ducking is like a very good anti-fireball. Like you can see he doesn't even pick Ultra 1 or anything. He doesn't need it. Ducking like does all the work by itself. I in general think that Dudley almost always should pick Ultra 2. Although there are a couple cool things that Ultra 1 does in certain matchups. Like it's kind of cool that Dudley can Ultra 1 to chase a FADC backdash. It's a punish. It's sketch though because it doesn't chase an FADC forward dash. So if the opponent does FADC into immediate forward dash, they can actually be safe against your Ultra 1. Ducking, I think, is just fireball immune. I think I had some fireball immune properties in Street Fighter 3 as well. But you never saw it used like that because people didn't throw fireballs in the first place. But I think it actually low-profiled fireballs. There was no fireball immunity in Third Strike, I don't think. Things just got around fireballs by being invincible. Woo! Towards forward, stand strong, stay around house. High damage links. That's -5. That was not a punish, but it could have been. Ultra? Yeah. Smirt. This is like guaranteed chip out territory if he wants it. All he needed was anything into like a machine gun blow. Machine gun blow does shit, but it's enough. Nice. Counter hit stand around house into ducking, and then he linked out of it. That was cool. Smug was real good at that kind of shit. Remy's fireball's an actual low, unlike Sagat. You actually have to low block it. If you stand block, you get hit. Dudley can ducking through Oro's medium and heavy super fireballs. But he can't ducking through the light one, I think. But that puts you in a tricky situation. Because it's really easy to jump over a light one, and you can react to which one it is. So Dudley has an okay solution. It's not a great solution, but it's like he's got something against fireballs, against Aura Super and neutral. Yeah, the thing about Dudley and Third Strike is that it's projectile immunity. It's not projectile immunity. It's ooh, look at that counter hit. Delayed connect towards Fierce into Stand Around House. It was a counter hit too. Make it even easier. Yeah, I miss Bison's old idle animation. It's very classic. He's had that idle animation in every game until Street Fighter V. The new one is very Bison. Don't get me wrong, with him crossing his arms and shit. It's very appropriate for his character. But this one looks a little bit more battle ready, and it also looks more I don't know, it's more iconic. Bison completely changed. Nice, that was a cross up. The one thing that's really similar about Bison is that he doesn't have a super good mix-up, but he's got really, really clean normals. And safe specials. He's still a good annoyer. Bison's actually one of the few characters who kind of kept that. Bison's like a pressure character, but not a mix-up character. There's like a distinction between them. Bison is not a mix-up character at all, but he's quite a good pressure character. Dude, Sephiroth shows up. Sephiroth smelled the Street Fighter 4. He's like, yo, what's this? Oh, he went... Oh, it was a reset. That wasn't even an accident. Yeah, Bison's like tied for second, I think. Tied for first in this game, I think, because this is AE2012 and not Ultra. Yang will eventually walk faster than Bison. But right now, Bison is tied for fastest. EMP Knuckle do? Knuckle has a completely different game plan than Dominion in almost every matchup. He generally does... I feel like Knuckle plays Guile worse, but does better. Knuckle has like an anti-meta style. He plays the game better, but plays Guile worse, if that makes any sense. I mean, it can't really be worse, per se. I feel like he's got less mastery of, like, the character's technical tools than Dominion does. This is unsafe. You can't argue with results. This is like the only fireball that Dudley actually struggles with. I don't know if it's the only one, but it's like the biggest one. Nice. This actually matters a lot. This will actually kill. Okay, maybe not. That was a weak-ass start. But like a low roundhouse or it's towards roundhouse probably would have led to a dizzy, which would have led to a combo that would have left Guile with a smidge. Guile actually dies in 2 combos in this matchup. It is Zeus. I wonder if Zeus is pronounced Zeus, and that pronunciation is just lost. That would be pronounced more like a Greek word. Look at that car throw! I play this matchup a decent amount. It's not great. Vega has some of the worst answers to fireballs of any character, but he wins in other categories of this match that make it okay. Oof. Vega's main answers to fireballs require... His main answer to fireballs is Ultra 2, which is actually a pretty damn good response to fireballs. But it's kind of hard to get it as a punish on Guile. His second main fucking response is focusing them, sadly. You can jump over them, because Vega's jump is pretty fast, but of course every time you jump you have to predict the fire... Every time you have to predict the fireball to jump over and get the punish against Guile. And if he doesn't throw a fireball, you know you die. You get crouch fierced. And then his other fireball answers all require A, charge, and B, prediction, which is horrible. Like that. You have to do that on a read. It's safe, but you have to do it on a read. And same with the EX Sky High Claw. You have to predict. Nice, confirm. That tech on the car throw. This is like still okay. In fact, it's good for Vega, I would say. What the fuck? Duh, I got the link. Sky High Claw's unsafe, requires you to fucking predict, and like requires down charge. That's horrible. That's horrible. It's one of the worst answers to fireballs in the game. Vanilla Sephiroth. Maybe. I'm curious, anyway. Oh my god, help. This is like not... Vega's not... This is hard. Yup. Remember Vega regrowing his claw? Remember claw regrow in Street Fighter EX? Wait, this is Evo. I don't want Evo. I want Defend the North. SF Cat Girl Fanatic. Knuckle-Doo versus Dominion is back and forth. I think Knuckle-Doo usually wins. Oh my god. Oh, he went for the big, big donk. That was a weird backup. He should have kept charge, I feel. Even if he was gonna hold up forward, he should have had charge to threaten, like, the presence of, like, Sonic Booms or whatever, and then he should have held up forward. I played this matchup a lot. It's nice and lame. Anti-air EX Boom. That's some shit. High level. Guile has immaculate design in this game. Hold it forward. Why you don't hold it back? Yeah, look at that. Why is it flash explosion anyway? Whoa, I went so far. Nice slow matchup. You get ultra meter from that? Ooh. You gotta wait a little bit if you're gonna do low strong flash kick. What nerfs do you think they might give to Birdie? I'm gonna be real, I don't know if they're gonna change Birdie almost at all. They already made command grabs recover longer. If they stick with that change, that will be a pretty, like, that'll be a respectable Birdie nerf. That was the wrong fix. They shouldn't have made command grabs recover longer. They're already unsafe enough. The real problem is the 50-50. It's not like Birdie doesn't take massive risks. Close phase anti-air. I think he didn't want that. He might have. He probably did want it. Yeah, it's like Birdie doesn't get a whole lot of scenarios to do those. He gets them after EX chain, I think. But most Birdies don't bother to do EX chain combos. Oh, that's a failed ultra. No, I don't care about Birdie's damage. Birdie's damage is high as shit, but it doesn't need a nerf. Birdie, like, doesn't need nerfs. Birdie's fine. Birdie's strong, but he's fine. I don't think any character in Street Fighter V needs nerfs. I think there are a few characters who need buffs. And when I say a few, I mean about, like, 16 or 17. There are 16 or 17 characters that need buffs. But there are no characters that need nerfs. What does Birdie have that's unsafe that he makes safe? Regular Zonk is the only thing I can think of. Regular Zonk is normally massively unsafe and becomes -2 on V-Trigger, I think. If you're, like, not punishing EX Zonk, that's on you, dog, because that's, like, -5. Dude, when does the fucking match start? Is that Hakan versus Ibuki? What? These are two unplayed characters. Lee Chung? Why is this taking so long to load? It's on 360p. What? Chainable low shorts is so good on a grappler. Hakan only has it when he's oily. No, I get her. That's like it's like a 2 or 3 frame ultra, I think. It's really fast. I think it is safe jumpable. Maybe not. If the opponent looks like they're airborne, they're almost always like it'll almost always catch them. Even shit that you're not really necessarily sure if it's off the ground or on the ground. Like a Honda headbutt, for example. It'll get a Honda headbutt. It'll get some stuff that stays grounded if it has like, you know, finger quotes airborne frames. One. Good lord, it's that fast? I thought it was like three. Shit. Good lord. I think I knew that at some point and forgot. Why do you do that? That's no, that ended up being kind of cool. It was very seeable though. I like neckbreaker. Focus attack backdash neckbreaker. I feel like that's the way for Ibuki. Hakana's secret. Hakana's the secret character of this game. What kind of man plays Hakana and Guile? I guess if you like, I don't know. Got nothing in common. That slide, it goes under some fireballs raw, I think. But against like Guile slow booms, I think you basically need to hit to make it go under, or you might need perfect timing. This movement looks whack as fuck. He's memeing with these jumps. This looks like really dumb bad movement, to be honest. Oh yeah. Ibuki is one of the... Ibuki's mix-up got really nerfed when they added delayed stand. That was probably a flash kick failed flash kick FADC Ultra 2. Oof. Not neckbreaker? Shit, dude. I'd whine about the Ibuki vortex. It's not thoughtful. Like, how many examples of that are in the game? Here's a 50-50, and if it pays off, you get some damage and a guaranteed another 50-50. Ugh. That was wild. Like, it's common to have unseeable mix-ups on a character, but Ibuki's mix-ups are, like, unseeable. And there's no escape for a lot of characters. And they loop to themselves. That was a bad punish. He could have got a little strong into it. He like did it so fast. Oh yeah, Street Fighter 5. Oh, where's the flash kick? They did so much. They were so afraid of another Ibuki coming around. You know what I mean? I mean, they completely changed Ibuki's whole character, but there are so many safe. There are so many mechanisms designed to make it so that Ibuki can't exist in Street Fighter 5, and it's just really redundant. I think that was 3 low shorts into a stand short. I don't think Guile can do 4 low shorts. That combo's a little bit harder than it looks. Oh, what a drop. Yeah, that was a chip out. Oh no. Dominion versus a Guy player. Dominion fights a guy a lot. I see you, Dominion. He did low forward into low run house, which is normally a horrible play, but it is technically speaking a mix up with it's like a seeable mix up, but it's a mix up with with low forward into overhead, which is a TC he has. Guile's double sweep makes it so that he regrets ever being born if you block it. That's a hard read. Trying to elbow through a fireball. I mean, shoulder. You know what's fucking cruel? Guys, regular shoulders all go through fireballs for some of the frames, but EX shoulder doesn't go through fireballs at all. It's not huge. It's literally like 3 frames, or like 4, between the 2/8 of Guile's sweep. It's enough that you can focus the second hit of the sweep and then dash in and get a big punish. It's also enough that you can focus and then hit him with level 1. But you don't have time to charge level 2 or anything. Look at that. I don't remember what gen they gave it to him, what update. But at some point, Guile gained the ability to do flash anti-air light flash kick into EX boom, which does a smidge more damage, I think. He could technically always do it, but it only got 1 hit of EX boom. But in one of the updates, they gave it to him so that it gets 2 hits. Consistently bad normals. T-Hawk. The whole character. They've never made an attempt to make any T-Hawk normals good. I don't think Guy has a car though. Winning. Is that Sanford the Manford? Damn. Nice backward car throw. The spank. The Hawk. That's what the T stands for, the. The jab one, Spooky. You mean the short one? New DLC characters. You mean the 3 that just came out? Yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplay of them. Far stay and hard punch. I'm trying to picture it. It's the one where he swipes you sideways with his like hand, right? His like palm towards the ground. I don't know, dude. That's not a great far stand hard punch. Guy has a pretty nice far stand hard punch. Far stand hard punches in general are not that good. But like shit, I don't like T-Hawks. I wouldn't even call that one of T-Hawk's better normals. Close hit medium kick combo into fireball. I don't remember that. Or rather, I remember that not working. Are you sure it wasn't like a random counter hit? I don't think there's any sort of range component to it. In the corner, I think his fireball combos into his close to medium kick. Or I don't know if it combos. But it's close. It's like a true block. It's not a true block string. It's like a block string where it's hard to get anything in between. Wow. He has like an infinite block string of fireball into stand medium kick. Or rather, stand medium kick into fireball. Or rather, all of it. But it's last I checked, it's not even a combo, let alone a block string. I guess it might be like a range thing if you can get like a deep hit of stand medium kick or something, but if it's close medium kick, then I doubt it. Since there probably isn't a range where that hits late. Hey, nice. I used to use that exact demon setup all the time. Let me jump. Are you sure you didn't see Fireball comboing the Stam medium kick? If you got a counter, if you got a 3-hit combo, then I don't know. Was it on some whack-ass character? Cape Red is actually extremely good in this game. K-Brad's one of those players where the stuff that he was really good at, don't matter anymore. That fucking name, dude. Super Demon is 1 frame. I should have said that earlier. So Akuma Super Demon is actually still extremely good. They basically have completely different uses. Super Demon only has like 1 frame invincibility, so you can't really use it as a reversal that well. Ultra Demon goes through shit, but it's slower. It starts in 7 frames. K-Brad's good at hitting links and being consistent, but it's easy to be consistent in Street Fighter V, and it's easy to hit links in Street Fighter V. This is a character who rewards you for hitting lots and lots of hard links. He has nice set play too. Oh my lord, that was a series of 1-framers. That was a punish. This is really tight. We watching AE2012 footage. I think stand jab low strong is 3, and low strong stand strong is 2. I think stand jab stand strong is also 3. Low strong I think is 2. Crouch strong to stand strong might be 3. Yan does have some pretty hard to drop links. That might not even get hit. Cheap. I don't understand why Guy's EX shoulder can't go through firewalls, but Yan's EX shoulder can, when it's literally like the same exact balancing reason. Remember trades of lights and heavies? I remember. We just saw one. 30. Light shoulder. Heavy dash punch. Huh? That was a grounded Ultra 1. He had better than that, I think, right? It was in the corner. Oh damn, they're calling Dominion for Marvel in the background. Street Fighter V's got a really good balance too. It's just got a much smaller roster and less character variety. Like even among the smaller roster, it's not the character variety is less. If you look at the actual characters, Ryu and Ken, for example, are quite different. The characters all play like they're almost from different games. The problem is the gameplay variety is low, which makes the roster feel very small, and it's already much smaller than this game. Getting a little tired. That's kind of whack to have an EX move that can punish a Sonic Boom. Guile relies on those not existing. That's uncomfortably fast. No, it Ultra actually maybe shook it up a little bit, to be honest. A little bit of Street Fighter 4's balance is kind of false balance because a lot of bad matchups have come and gone. Like a lot of people remember characters doing well and like it'll be them doing well in a previous version of the game. Yeah, but Blanka's Blanka. Blanka needs that shit. Blanka's balanced around having like a really good fireball punish. In order to have that really good fireball punish, you have to play Blanka. Yeah, the later you got in the game, the more quality of life stuff there was. Ultra in particular it was mostly balance. It was mostly quality of life balance changes. I think it would not be um, a stretch to say that they did not attempt to. They very rarely, if at all, ever asked how would Blanka fare against this character. Elena was never that bad. Turning off taunt, secret technology. You can car a hard kick into hard punch as a plink, but it only works if you have no taunt on. Elena's good, but Elena's one of those characters where if you play, like, I don't know, the matchup's very learnable. And most people played it wrong. And it's like if you just played against Elena right, then you would have a much easier time. You know what I mean? Two dead buttons and a fucking turned off the taunt. Li Joe is that kind of player. Why am I watching this? Where's the match? Like, I understand when you complain about a character being strong, but if you complain about a character being strong and you play like a matchup like garbage, I feel like you should probably like stop playing the matchup like garbage. Oof. This footage? No particular reason. Did you actually get footage of you doing it? Nani? Dan is probably the weirdest dummy in the whole game, for what it's worth. But there didn't appear to be anything particularly special about that one. How odd. How genuinely odd. Yeah, that's my best guess, is that you hit him late that time. That was like the second frame of Goken's stay medium kick hitting. I would estimate, I would guess, that if you did it on any other character, that probably wouldn't happen at all. For Goken's stay medium kick, that is. Dan has an extremely jank hurtbox, and I'm 100% convinced that it's a deliberate thing. You can see it in a lot of his animations. I think they did it to like have hype moments, hype Dan moments. There's a lot of stuff where it looks like, you know, the combo should just work, and then Dan just falls out. A really obvious, easy example is uh, focus attack. After focus attack, dash in, a lot of attacks will just whiff on Dan during his crumple. That's always been there. It's always been a known problem. absolutely no attempt has ever been made by Capcom to fix it. I wouldn't be that surprised if almost no one complains about it, to be honest. You can still hit him pretty easily after a focus crumple. I have it on Ryu, then I'm really surprised. I wouldn't think that Ryu's sway would make him make stay medium coke and stay medium kick hit meaty. Den's jank hurtbox actually hurts him in a couple matchups. No later, that's right. Sway. Idle animations. Then you can do Ryu's overhead into Crouch Light Punch, which is a one frame link on Dan, but you can't do it on Ryu. Dan's hurtbox is a little wider. Meaty Fireball kills here. That also works. He had a hard time doing Meaty Fireball while being really far away, but he didn't need to be really far away because Rose couldn't wake up with the EX drill or anything. Ultra 1. She didn't have EX drill, she didn't have Ultra 1. They would probably change Sagat some, but hopefully not that much because his playstyle is missing. Unusual. Oh yeah, it's insane. Nice wall space sweep. Slide, I mean. I'm not even sure if that EX flank ball hit as a punish. Oh my god, he actually hit something. If he blocked that, shit, he would have won. That wasn't going to chip out. That was a risky ass EXDP. What the fuck? Why would you take a risk like that? Why do you even burn the bar? Why EXDP? What the fuck? I have so many questions. That's like common for pokes like that. Vega forward wall jump? You mean just jump off the wall behind the opponent? That's not useless. I used to meme it up with that on cornered opponents quite often. If you've got the opponent in a corner, and you're like pressuring them, the towards wall is the closer one to jump to. No ATR. So Guile has to be careful to watch for Blanka breaking his charge in order to throw fireballs. Oh, no, that move is trash. Sky High Claw is one of the worst attacks in the whole game. Almost every Vega player who does it at all does it on accident. Was that a jump jab? I'm surprised that didn't cross up. That was weird. I seem to recall there's something really cool about Blanka's jump jab, but I don't remember what it was. Nice light ball. Weird confirm. He actually got the whole... No, he didn't. First jab didn't come with the second jab. I don't know that close jab links into far jab, but it probably does. Far jab is a 3-frame normal, if I recall correctly. Blanka's got pretty fast normals. Some of them. A cool biting sound, that's it. He bites you instead of punching you. That's why it's cool. Oh. That jump jab. That looked like a safe jump. Imagine if he did like wake up towards short Kara at DP. I don't think that had time to come out, but imagine if it worked. Nice links. Low short is a 1-frame, I think. But you can plank it. Low short stand jab is 2-frame. I don't know what a Jonio-san is. I don't know if forward hard kick Kara DP would have been in range. Ooh. I don't watch Xrd like almost at all. That was almost definitely a punish. It looked like one anyway. That does not recover that quickly. That looks like a punish. This will kill. It wasn't a punish. That's pathetic. Level up, Blanka. A car fireball would have killed Blanka there. This is hella tense. No, why are you backing up, Sagat? Oh, that's nice. Jump light kick. He had to hit him as fast as possible. That was a nice time over. Nice, that's a punish. It's really hard to back that shot up close. Although it is possible. G fucking G. Oh my god, he got it. Technically he could have done that EX. I think that works with both of Sagat's Ultras. You can do EX DP, juggle into Ultra. But it's like 1 frame for both of them. It ain't easy. Dude, is this Smug? Oh no. Well, it is Smug, but it's not Smug versus anyone I know. I thought it was Smug versus K-Brad for a minute. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that was duffed. Dude, you know what I used to do? Have you ever seen the Twitch copy pasta where it's just a whole bunch of Arabic text and then like the word bomb is in English and the word like Allah Akbar is in English words? Even though I guess you would definitely say those in Arabic. Anyone ever see that pasta? I used to post that a lot, except I would post it with whenever Smug came on, I would do it with the three English words would be Dudley. It would be Smug, then Dudley, then Duff City. So it'd just be a whole bunch of fucking Arabic text, and then like Smug, and then a bunch of Arabic text, and then Dudley, bunch of Arabic text, Duff City. Those were the days. That was a quality meme. Rog and Dudley are like a radically different weight class. I remember noticing that and being like, whoa. Balrog literally weighs like 100 pounds more than Dudley, and he's like a lot taller. Balrog is really fucking tall. It's kind of hard to tell because he ducks a lot for his stance. He's ducked forward. He's got a very traditional boxing stance. I actually do own SF4 Vanilla on PC. We can just play Edition Select. What the fuck? Why would we actually play Vanilla when we can play Edition Select? I don't want to play no official Vanilla. The shitty ass commentator. And the fucking indestructible. There you go. Well, that's Arabic text anyway. That's maybe not the meme I remember. But I would just throw in some fucking choice keywords. Navy SEAL shit in Arabic. Nice. I recognize this guy. Who is this? I've seen him. I feel like he's an Akuma player. I haven't thought about this guy in forever. Remember when Seth could get any forward throw? Or it was a back throw, I think. I remember when Seth could get any back throw and then throw a medium fireball and then time a perfect ultra? That ain't no Ada. Oh, is that just fucking Defeatly? I like can talk to this guy whenever I want. I can literally just at any moment just like go and talk to Defeatly. Nice links. Defeatly is Shuriken. He's one of Defeat Lee's Asian, and I'm about 99% sure that Chirithi is Asian too. He looks quite Asian. Oh. Ah, the micro walk stands strong. Defeat Lee's team, sure, I can literally just open up Slack and just be like, hey, hi Defeat Lee. It's me, Beth. I could say hi to this guy right now and be like, I'm watching you. Nothing like messaging someone out of the blue and say, I'm watching you. Tell him to hold up some fingers and then just guess. And if I guess right, he'd probably really freaked out. That's Nature Jump Fierce, I think. Tricky. Watching you. Given the context of me being sure you can and him being sure you can, he would probably just immediately think I was talking about fighting games. And thus it would not be as funny, although it would still be extremely weird. I'm wearing socks right now. And I'm not someone who often wears socks. But I got back from work earlier today, so... And I just haven't taken them off yet. To be 100% honest, if I'm not going to work, I go everywhere in sandals. I live in California, damn it. Sandals are never wrong. I think crouch jab links into low forward. I don't remember. It might not work by one frame, but he got a counter hit, so it definitely was a link. I think low strong is one frame faster than low forward for Cammy, and crouch jab crouch strong is 2 frames. So crouch jab crouch forward is probably one. Goken is fair. I got nothing bad to say about Goken. Goken's actually a very extreme character. Goken is usually either kind of bad or really fucking good, with no middle ground. I don't know which it is against Blanka. I would think not kind of bad. Since Blanka doesn't really have to respect his fireballs, which is one of his better qualities. Neat. You can have a little bit of invincibility on Wake Up as Viper by doing Wake Up hard Thunder Knuckle and then canceling it. I've beaten Jaren occasionally, but I don't think I've ever won the majority of him. Like a set. I don't think I've ever beaten him in a set. Jaren is so good. I feel like Elena probably beats Decapri, but you have to be perfect. Like, yeah, you can punish Haynes with crouch jab for all versions of Haynes, but it's an unblinkable one-frame punish. That's not fun. Cammy crouch jab into nothing. Your family is ashamed of you for that, K-Brad. That's not how we do Cammy combos. I say that, but 90% of his Cammy combos are immaculate. Like, not only the combo itself is immaculate, but the combo that he chooses to go for is immaculate. Like, the decision-making parts of the combo were smart. There we go. We just saw the link. That's probably one frame. That can lose you the punish on blocked Rekkas, but it's not horrible. It's just usually bad. That was a failed Kara. Look at that. That's like an okay anti-air, but Viper can almost always just do hard Thunder Knuckle, but I don't know about Cammy. That should combo. Nasty. Who does shit like that? Staying fierce, counter hit, let me link this ultra, what? To be honest, it's not like it's a horrible idea to do a second Rekka if your first Rekka's blocked. It's usually bad, but it's got some practicality to it. Maybe like 1 out of 4 blocked light Rekkas, or like 1 out of 5. A delayed second Rekka can be a good play. And what's really cool is if you trade, you could just then do 3 more Rekkas. Get a 4-hit combo. And even if your second Rekka is blocked, you've got a mix-up between them punishing second Rekka and them eating third Rekka. I don't know, dude. Fudo did it a lot. If Fudo does something, can it really be dumb? It's definitely not reliable, but it's a mix-up scenario. And it forces them to respect light Rekka a lot more. Or I shouldn't say light Rekka. It forces them to respect first Rekka. If you show them that you're willing to do an occasional delayed second Rekka, it makes them like want to wait a lot. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, that was standing on us instead of crouch on us, though. Imagine having 3 block normals and the third block normal is an advancing normal, and the first 2 just push back, and then you're still in range to throw. Imagine having 3 block normals and being in range to throw. Must be nice, Dudley players. Dudley players act like towards medium kick is the worst normal in the game and not the best normal in the game. That's pretty cool. Oof. The alternative there was backdash. If he backdashed, he could have made Cammy's DP whiff. But he probably wasn't going to do like dash in. He probably didn't even have time to do dash in to backdash and get out of range. Yeah, the handstand is close roundhouse. There's like a lot of close roundhouses that are bad. It's like more than you probably realize. Dudley's probably 1050 dizzy, isn't he? I wouldn't be surprised. That sounds right. 1000 health, 1050 dizzy. It was a clean match. Raw light machine gun blow is kind of underutilized by Dudley players. It's not amazing, but it's pretty hard to punish. And it has a nice hitbox. It's like an advancing light criminal upper. I guess that would have worked in place of a backdash in that one round I was talking about. Uh-oh. What game was that? That sounds like an ST combo. Cammy's always been capable of, does the fucking all her links in Street Fighter 4. Cammy was bad in ST. Cammy and Vanilla definitely had stand strong left forward. I think it was a one frame link in that game though, and I think now it's a two frame link. You still had low jab, low strong. I think you had low strong, low forward. I don't remember if that one was there. I'm also pretty sure that you could always go into heavy spiral arrow from lights as Cammy. I remember Lucky D. Lucky D was good. Sabin was better. All I remember about Claky D was that he played a pretty nice Ibuki and Tokido did the fucking pose against him. He was like a decent Ibuki player in a time when Ibuki wasn't considered to be a very strong character at all. Counter hit, Crouch Face just did a shit ton. Unfortunately, Sanford is a god in this matchup. Probably half from fighting Lucky D. And half from fighting fucking Sabin. Sanford is actually the king in this matchup. Is that a punish? Remember having a firewall that moved forward? I like Dhalsim's new fireball a lot more. That's one of the changes. That's one of the character overhauls I actually feel is really cool. He can already attack forward with his limbs. Having a fireball that goes up is super, super, super unique. And it works nicely with some of his stuff. It works nicely with air teleport. Easy to set up a fireball that hits delayed when it fucking always hits delayed. And they get a left-right cross-up. And also you can have like normal into fireball hitting into normal. Those combos are cool as hell. Sim got really neat. I like almost every Sim revision. The only complaint I have with Sim is that his V trigger is not very interesting. It's cool. It's clever. I like the way white health works on Sim. Yeah, I agree with that, but that's a symptom of the game, I feel. The thing about SF5 Sim is he's got a super 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 good 50-50 between low and overhead, but both the low and the overhead are pretty risky unless you're doing the down towards medium or down back medium kick, which is very short range. Um, and so it's really bad for him to go for that 50-50. But if the opponent has a ton of white health, suddenly that mix up ends up being okay. It's like you're doing like 500 or maybe not 500, that's a lot. But you're doing 300 damage all of a sudden with your jump jab versus fucking low short mix up. That's cool. Makes it worth going for. It's also good for closing on a round, which works for the fact that you can't get chipped out. That would have been a big nerf to uh, Dhalsim. But now he can close out rounds pretty well with that mix up. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, it's back light punch, and I don't remember if you have to charge it in this game. I think you don't. In some Street Fighter games, you have to charge it. It's not, it's not awful. It's designed to be used when you're close and the opponent's eating or blocking an Ultra One. But to be 100% honest, in those same scenarios, I think you can do like I forget. He has like a normal. He has an air normal that's good. Give that Sim life. And I mean that in the way of Sim's HP, but also fucking playing Sim is the struggle. Win for half the match, die in 1 second. Yeah, neutral jump light punch. That's a lot faster, but it's more risky. It's a lot more committal. Fun fact, Dhalsim's focus attack does dramatically lower damage than every other focus attack in the whole game. Like, dramatically lower. It does like 2/3 the damage of the next weakest focus attack. Sim focus attack is just weirdly weak. Not a fun fact at all, actually. That's one of my favorite videos. Yo. That was a punish. Still a punish. I'm about to sleep, actually. That's probably gonna work. Remember old low strong? Well, technically that's down back strong. The new Dhalsim down strong is a pretty neat normal. I like it a lot. Dhalsim's command normals are really cool. The only gripe I have is they removed a bunch of normals. Dhalsim had a fuck ton of normals in this game. Probably the most of anyone, actually. Got the one frame link. Low jab, low strong. Pretty sure that's one frame. That can work. If you get a backdashing opponent with one hit only a VX dash punch, you can juggle a light dash punch. I don't think he had the right height, but it can work. Gah. That looked like it was a stand fierce getting beat, and it definitely should have been a crouch fierce. Stand fierce probably would have been good against dive kick, but there was no dive kick. Same business. Does Balrog really have to react between dive kick or no dive kick? Is that a guess he has to make every jump? I doubt it. Oh yeah, this is before red focus. Dank. We might see a Gane. Never mind. Oh. Nice. A meaty? That's a nice little gimmick. I've done that one myself. The dash punch becomes plus, actually, depending on how late it hits. He did a really, really early one. It's normally punishable. It was actually AE that had the EX lunge +1. I think in an AE2012 it's -1. Uh, Dropping links. Regular focus. That was like a fucking. That was like an ultra combo, but there's no reason to do that in this game. It's weird as hell that he did it. Yeah, making a gamble like that is okay. It's -2 and 2 invincible. He needed to do something like that to win. That wasn't so bad. They're acting like it was a horrible play. Chris who? Remember this guy? I think that Oni actually suffers a bit here because one of Oni's big weaknesses compared to a lot of other characters, it's a weakness shared between a lot of Shotos, is that he doesn't actually have that much range stuff. Towards Fierce might punish Blanka balls, but it might not punish the light one. It might only punish the other ones. And he doesn't really have a whole lot besides that. Like, none of his ultras have that much range. His super has decent range, but it's a super. And also it takes a while to travel. I like that. Scary. Meaty DP could have been beaten by Reversal Blanka Ultra 2 that goes up. Meaty Fireball could have been beaten by Reversal Blanka Ultra 2 that goes forward. Both of them would be guesses on Blanka's part. That might go through. It did go through. Blanka doesn't have a push box while he's doing Blanka Ball. So if you're invincible, he can go through you. He doesn't get stuck against you. The main reason people complain about Oni's focus attack is because it's not as wide as the animation suggests it would be. And it's also kind of narrow in terms of other focus attacks. It's okay. Nothing that wrong with it. But people usually bitch because it doesn't match the animation. Yeah, focus attack. F80C ground pound is actually like a really tight frame to hit. There's only a couple frames of EX ground pound at all, where you can F80C. It's -2. Reversal throw is not a punish, but it puts Oni in an awkward situation because it means he has to tech immediately. I shouldn't say immediately, but he needs to do an early tech in order to be safe against it. That's an overhead if you charge it and you can link out of it. A little bit reset, but he got the hit. Probably should have gone for a real combo. Oh. I think he's +2 after a successful light slash. It's surprisingly easy to hit an incoming Blanka ball. The only trick is Blanka balls can be at different speeds. But like if you want to crouch jab a Blanka ball, it's actually not too hard at all. This might kill, dude. Oh my god. This is a high-profile match. Oni EXDP and Blanka Wake Up Ultra 2 um, do not interact. And Oni's DP invincibility will run out, and he'll get hit by the Upward Ultra 2. Blanka's Upward Ultra 2 is actually one of the very rare attacks in the game that will actually do well against Oni's meaty DP. But that's literally the only thing Blanka has. It's like the only reason not to do it. Ultra 1 might actually be able to wake up safely against meaty DP, now that I mention it. Shaha has one of the best Cammys. Honestly, Alien is one of the best Cammys. Nice. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it. The, I don't know. A lot of people jump on the idea of evil Ryu teasing. One of Ryu's core like qualities. Like, what do we really know about Ryu? We know he struggles against the Satsui no Hado. We know he likes fighting, and we know he travels the world. Like, that's like all we know. So, like, they show Ryu struggling with the Dark Hado, and invariably everyone's like, is this a suggestion of evil Ryu? It's like, no shit, dude. That's just fucking his story. That's just Street Fighter lore. Wake up, crush jab. Evil Ryu would beat a ton of characters in popularity polls, if only because he's popular to play, if only because he's easy to play. A lot of people see Evil Ryu. The way that Capcom's been balancing Ryu lately, they've been trying to make him understated as hell. They want Ryu to be functional but not good. And the thing about Evil Ryu is like they want Evil Ryu to be like a high tier character. So they're kind of more okay with Evil Ryu being strong than Ryu being strong. So a lot of Ryu players want him because it's like, oh, I can play Ryu but have him actually work. And a lot of players who aren't that good want him because he's a character that you can like play even if you're not that good. Ryu will never ever be an interesting character. Resolving one of his core conflicts will probably make him less interesting. Not that I think that fucking Satsui no Hado is interesting at all. EX the second one. Good fucking lord. I would pop off. Ryu's entire design is understated. He's designed to be a bit boring. Is that I can? Who are these players? DSC World Class? Pi Daffy? I mean, most Street Fighter characters, there's not a whole lot we know about them. But like Ryu's a step beyond that. The entire like characterization of Ryu is that unlike other characters who like fighting and also something else, Ryu's entire life is fighting. He fights for a living, and his main interest and the only thing he fucking cares about is getting stronger. Nice. Oh, he went for the jump instant air EX Tatsu. That's not even a style. Well, it is a style, but it's damage optimal if you don't ultra. Cammy on paper is kind of interesting. They don't do much with it. The idea of an amnesiac who was raised as a child soldier is pretty neat. That would create a really unusual person. Nice punish. Oof. Just let it. One more. I don't remember what run rec is on hit, but I know it's a nice, neat reset. This is Javits. Javits. I know this guy. He knows me. A jumping on each other competition. Huh? Anti-air. Ooh. I don't know. There's more to it than that, I feel. Street Fighter 4 has a higher skill ceiling in a lot of areas. It's a combo. If you break armor, it's auto counter hit. And if it's counter hit turnaround punch, it's always at least plus. I shouldn't say that. Level 1 turnaround punch is plus 5, I think. Is that right? Plus 5 on counter hit. So you can link that jab. Alpha style supers would be pretty cool, but they wouldn't fit in Street Fighter 5 at all. Stand at the ranges where the opponent can't jump in. If the opponent has a guaranteed mix-up from jumping at a certain range, then you should never ever be at that range. That scenario exists, but only exists as much as you let it. Cammy's actually probably the fairest character in all Street Fighter 5, to be 100% honest. Like, she's strong, but she has to make her opportunities, and her mix-up isn't super good. You can just hold down back against Cammy, it's not that bad. You take some light damage, but like, if she throws you, it's really not a big deal at all. If she throws you, it puts her back at neutral. And it doesn't do that much damage. Oh shit. Oh, GG. Joey's the other kind of fair. Yeah, the thing about supers in Street Fighter 5 is that they already do everything, so there's literally like no scenario where you could add in, like, unless you give characters with grab supers non-grab supers, or give characters with non-grab supers grab supers. That's like the only thing that you could do to differentiate. I remember K-Brad. I'm going to bed. I'm sleepy.